saucer. It looked like it was money. I don't know what it was. It was a flying saucer or what it was. It wasn't an airplane. It was not an airplane. It was down awfully low.
You're listening to Pursuit of the Paranormal podcast with your hosts, Ash Ellis and Greg Tomlinson.
Hello.
So weird. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Fuck me sideways. How are we doing?
I'm good. That was very... My cursor disappeared. I could not find it, so I had to restart the computer. It just disappeared. It didn't come back anywhere. I couldn't accept it by pressing keypad buttons. I was like,
Oh no.
Sat here waiting, and it just as soon as I went live, it just disappeared, the cursor.
Oh no. Are you able to do it on your computer then, or?
Yeah, I'm on the computer now.
I don't know. I could. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to have a look at doing it on my Mac. Huh?
Do more things on it and stuff. It's just a bit easier, more comfy.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I was
I'm on
getting
the
ready
mobile,
to set my phone up. I set my phone up in case he's jumping on my phone. But then it worked on this, thankfully. So don't know what happened.
Oh well. Cool. Thanks for saving me.
Addiction live anniversary.
I know. So, I did cover off some of the bits that we were going to talk about. Mainly our first episode, which came out 4 years ago today. Can't believe that still.
It did.
But it'd be good to cover off. Also, like it'd be in the fact that it'd be good to cover off. Oh, did you hear that?
I did.
So hopefully the signal's all right from my side. I've been told it wasn't a second ago, but David Patton would like to know if there's any updates on the Manchester airport thing. Ash?
Yeah, so I guess the latest...
Oh, wait there. One, very quickly, we have Nick Thompson who wants to join the live quickly. Right, let me get you on. I've got to try and figure out how to get you on. Wait there.
Yeah, let Nick come in and we'll talk about Manchester.
Yeah. Oh, Nick, I'm trying to get you on. I don't know how to get you on, Nick.
If
I'm
Nick
trying.
requests to join, I think.
Request to join, Nick, yeah.
Evening, Karen. Evening, Dave. Evening, Jay.
Evening, Kim. Sarah. He needs to request.
Sarah.
Right, bottom icon, pink and blue.
Kim, welcome.
I can't get you on.
Joining.
I think... Let's have a look. Here we go. Right. Nick, hello.
Hello, can you hear me, boys?
Yeah, well, 1 second, because Ash is going to come back. I have to get him on as guest somehow. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Very good to hear your voice. Haven't heard it for a very long time.
A little while. Keeping it down the down low, haven't I?
Yeah. And then every time we've been live and you come on and I forget who you are. So my apologies.
Don't worry.
For that.
Just on that, Greg. It's 7 BNT 5, not F, the Wally.
7 BNT 5.
Yeah, because it's my birth. It's my year of birth because I'm old. You see, that's why.
Oh, 75. You're not that much older than me. Right, wait there. Let's get. I think Ash can join us. I'm waiting for him to. I don't know where he's gone now. I don't know where you've gone, Ash. Anyway, it does look like a. Right, let me get Ash on as well. 1 second. Ash, I've invited you on different account. Let's go. It does look like an SO, Nick. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it does a little bit. To be fair, can't lie. It does a little bit. I can forgive you.
Let's have I'm waiting for Ash to come over. wherever Ash has gone. I don't know. Anyway, Nick, thanks for joining me. Ash is around somewhere. I know he's had a few technical issues this evening. But yeah, you've been one of the guys that has followed us right from day one. So
Well,
I know we
that's
catch up every
that's
now
what I was
and
going to
again.
say, Greg. Really, I didn't want to take up too much of both your times. Really, I was just going to listen along tonight. But I just wanted to say, because I have been there from the very first episode, and
Yep,
I've told you before that you got me through some hard times, you and Ash, back in the
you
day.
did.
So I'm just coming on just to say thank you for the 4 years, and here's to many more. And thanks very much, because it's been you both do things so well. That's what's kept me engaged for so long. So
Oh, thank you.
just keep up the good work, and thank you very much. And that's all I want to say, really. So I just want to come on, tell you that,
Nick.
and fuck off again.
Nick, you've been an absolute legend, and I know you've supported us loads. And we met when we were at Minicon. Was the first
Yeah.
time we met. So not about 3 years ago. The Minicon 3 years ago, Ash's first one. So yeah, really appreciate the support. We really do, and I know we touch base on what you think of the episodes
Yeah.
over on Facebook. I didn't kick you off, Ash. Well, I kind of did, but yeah,
Probably my fault.
it wouldn't let me co-host and get you on. So we do appreciate everything, though, Nick. We really do. Yeah, and I know I look forward to more of our episode chats about what you thought to certain episodes and whatnot in the future. But yeah, thanks for coming on, taking the time to come and say hello.
Absolutely. I just want to come on, and as I say, thank you again, because as I say, I've been there from the start, and it's been a brilliant podcast. So long may it continue.
Spot on, mate. Thank you for your
Right, I'm going
unwavering
to
support.
disappear
Do
again
appreciate
now.
it.
And I'm just
See
listening
you
along.
later.
See you later, Trot. I've got no
See you
idea how
later.
to get off again.
No.
Trot.
I can boot you off, I think.
All right.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Trot.
Bye. Right, let's get Ash back on. Wow. Hello, welcome back.
Hello,
See you
yeah.
later, Trot. I've got no idea.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Trot.
Nice one. Yeah, yeah. Cheers, Nick. No, come on.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that. You have been there from the start. And, like I said, great to meet you in person as well. So that was awesome. Yeah, thanks for the kind words. Really appreciated.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. If anybody else wants to come on and say hello and have a chat about anything paranormal, UAP, cryptid related, by all means, we're sort of open for whatever this evening. It's more of a live episode, so we haven't got the intro music, but or we might have, I don't know. But yeah, thanks, Nick, for coming on. It was nice to get you on, because I know we don't normally have a chat verbally. It's all on Facebook Messenger, so it's awesome. And we met Nick at Minicon. That was really nice. He actually bought me a coffee, Ash. But
I'm still waiting for mine.
So am I from you. Right, let's have a look. Somebody wants to come on. Let's get. Oh, Ash, you're gonna have to. Right, you have to come back on as a guest.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Sasha on.
Yeah, cool. I'll jump on as a guest.
Guest. Yeah.
Do it this way. Yeah.
Join my team. Right. 1 second then, Ash.
We did.
Right.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Ash is going to come back
There we
on
are.
as a guest in a second. 1 second.
I've not done this before. Let's get the
Join
camera
the
on.
club. It's very.
There we are. There we are.
I'm just going to get Ash on as well. Thanks for joining us, Sasha. How are you?
I'm
You
good.
doing all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah. I was just wondering
Good.
what you guys think of all these things that have been seen over the airports. Like Manchester Airport and the
I'm
other
doing
sightings. Because there's that photograph. What do you think of it? I mean, it looks like a marble, but obviously it's not. What do you think?
I mean, Dave asked if there's any updates on this one. So I guess I kind of go with what the latest has kind of been going around is they've been able to narrow down the date and the time. because all we had was it was sometime in June. Apparently, it was June the 9th, and I think it was 2:30 in the morning, something like that. So they found out, some Reddit detectives found out because it was raining. So there's only about a handful of days where it rained in June. So they had the handful of dates, and they looked at there's like 4 planes in the picture, and they managed to work out the time that those 4 planes were on the runway together was on June the 9th at 2:30 in the morning. So they've done some good work in finding out the date and the time. So that's good. There's nothing like reported at the time or anything like that that's public. So I mean, the picture, it's hard to see. I mean, it's not the clearest picture. It's zoomed in. It's rainy. It's quite not the clearest thing to see. Lots of obviously theories around what it could be: orbs, spheres, balloons, beach balls. Read all sorts of different things they could be because it is not the clearest image. That's kind of the only image we've got. There's a video that goes with it, but that's at distance. It's just showing, and the video, to be fair, looks like a balloon in the wind. It's not far away. It's just something kind of floating about. The witness said that, or claimed to say that it shot up at speed. Like it was on the floor, then it shot up at speed. We don't have any video of that or anything. Which has always seemed to be the case. But the interesting bit we never have the video of. We have the bit. I know,
I hate that. It's like, why did this? Yeah. Why does it end?
Yeah.
You see, I'm interested in the spheres because obviously I've seen them. I've seen one in Wales, obviously. I've seen one which I got photographs of, but it's tiny in the actual original photo. But when you zoom in, you can see it's like a silver sphere, and it's got something else that's sort of flying around it or like moving around it. And at one point, it looks like it's kind of like squished into it. It's weird, but it was just with a mobile phone, so it's not the best. But and I was on. It was in that same bit, but where I've seen the sphere in Leeds, it was on the left of Dewsbury Road. Then I saw it. I was on the top deck of a bus, and I was just staring out the window. I looked out to the right, and there was one just hanging there on the right. So I've seen them like 3 times. And I'm suspicious because, what if this, I don't know. You see, I saw a helicopter and it had like one of those little eye in the sky things, and it was like a black sphere. So I'm like, well, if they've got little things like that can zip about, what if they've got something a bit bigger? What if it's just some of ours?
Yeah.
And I don't trust any of this. We've got that. I've got a book, NICAP book by Richard H. Hall, not Richard Div Hall. The one who keeps getting sued. And this is a compilation of military sightings of pilots. It's got the names, the rank, where they were, what they were flying, what they saw, how fast it was. There's just a massive list of them. So I'm like, well, this has always been, and this is like 40s and 50s. So why are they only going for these like few gimbal tic-tac? Why is it just this little bubble? And why are they really pushing it in the media? Like, when not, for me personally, like say 6 years ago, me talking about this, laughed at. Now, 6 years later, me talking about it, I'm not getting laughed at. And I said, maybe 15 years ago, one day, people want to hear from people like us. They're laughing at us now. But there's going to come a time when they're going to go, what the hell is it? And we're going to go, we don't know. Nobody knows shit. We don't know shit. So, it's pure madness, though. But I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think everything is, Sasha? What do you think it all is?
I think it's a mixture of stuff. I think it's genuinely anomalous, some of it, and I think some of it's mimicked, because then when you have a load of stuff that can then in the near future be explained away, it'll kind of explain away the other stuff we've been seeing as genuine. For example, when I was writing for UFO Data magazine, we had a mad influx of orange orb UFOs, and they were flying in formation, stopping, waiting, forming a V, waiting for the final one to join the V, and moving off right? Not long after all of these sightings, there was a flood of those Thai lanterns on the market. Now, you could go, oh, well, they were all, but they don't stop and wait and form a V shape and then move off together simultaneously. That's not how they work, but it's almost like when something's going on, they'll generate or, put something out there that looks similar. And then when we find out about these technologies a little bit in the future or find out something that looks similar, we can go, oh, it was all that. But I don't think it is. I think they've been playing at being UFOs. I found those documents years ago that prove that they play at being UFOs to test enemy response, opposite aptitude, based technologies. So we have got stuff that's very Buck Rogers, and I'm using that as a quote from one of these documents. And they did it at Fort Benning in 1976. We've got John Vasquez to thank for that stuff. And that was a joint attack weapons system test by Boeing, where they had UAVs, so they had unmanned aerial vehicles that were being controlled from a command center, which was a Boeing with a glass bottom where they could see what was going on underneath them. And all the documents for that are out there. But everybody who was part of that test in Fort Benning thought that it was an alien invasion, that there were UFOs. Something truly unusual was happening, and it wasn't. So they work on people's perceptions because your perception sets in your mind. So it doesn't matter what they tell you've seen. If you've absolutely convinced yourself what you've seen, which is why people are believable when they think they've seen something unusual that they haven't, because they absolutely believe it. They're not lying, So they work on that. So I think it's a little bit of all the stuff, but some of it is genuinely anomalous, but I would just be speculating like anybody else as to what that might be.
Do you think it's off-world, or do you think it's from Earth? Do you think it's interdimensional, or what kind of technology? I know
my thoughts shift a lot on that because I don't really know. So my intellect argues with itself, but I know they're from somewhere. And I kind of like to defer back, and this is not to say that they're spiritual, right? But I watch near-death experiences. I'm into NDEs and what people see when they die. Whatever it is, I don't know if it's the brain dying or if it's genuinely going somewhere. But in a lot of them, they say that they see another place when they're on the way to the light, and that's where the aliens and UFOs come from. So I was like, well, that's... And there's not just one person that said it. It's like loads of them say it. So I'm like, is it like... it's got to be another dimension, isn't it? Another, like, realm of what I don't know. Because I don't think, like... I don't believe in religion and heaven like it's portrayed. I do believe in things like if enough people put their thought energy into something, they can create it like an egregore in magic, and that all these things are thought forms. So have we created that place where all the UFOs and aliens are coming from? As if we are building heaven with our minds, are we doing the same thing with, say, the Greys? Because they're not even properly real. Like, because they say that they are one with one who is all, right? And you could take that to mean God, or you could take it to mean the original piece of tissue that was donated to create these clones. So if whatever it is that's created them has created them to come here and to deal with us, it's because it can't come here itself. So you have to ask, what is that? And where is it? And I think it's really intriguing that the Greys kind of like appeared around about the time when we started doing nuclear explosions in the air, high altitude nuclear explosions, creating mini suns. Actually, they were hotter than our sun. So, and then after that, this is where we start seeing the Greys. I'm not saying to talk about UFOs, but I'm talking about the Greys. When we saw UFOs previously. So I don't know. Have we done something with you know, this nuclear energy with these mad bursts of energy. Don't know. What do you think?
Could be. Like there's always a lot of talk of there's stuff being seen around nuclear bases, and these reports that they've stopped like planes made to fire and stuff, near to actually lock up the controls and stuff and fighter jets to stop them firing on whatever.
That's the Tehran incident, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one of them. So, I mean, it could be that they're kind of trying to stop us fighting each other or anything that's going to properly destroy the planet. And what I said about the spheres, sort of going back a little bit,
Yeah.
and in the past where it was the development and stuff. So when I was thinking about with all these drones going on around all these air bases, and obviously the government and the military aren't telling us everything they know, and they never will do. Especially if it's anything to do with nuclear, they just won't ever say anything either way. They never do.
Yeah.
There is or isn't at these bases. And one thing that reminded me of is, can't remember the guy's name, and it's Nick Redfern, who his theory around the Rendlesham incident it was like a trick by the military, like kind of testing.
That's not his theory, that's my theory.
Is that your
He's a
theory?
little shit, I'm telling you. And then he says, yeah, no, that's my theory. I put that out. He's a...
So that theory of it was like a testing the response and stuff.
I've got the receipts, mate.
Check out Sasha's website, the blog. Yeah, so I mean, it could be that again, similar thing where it's the US military testing themselves with this stuff. So you're responding to it how they may respond. And people say things like, why aren't they shooting it down? Stuff like that, but they can't shoot down because it's a residential areas and stuff. They can't just be blowing things up in the sky.
Yeah.
Unless it's an actual direct threat stuff to the base. So it's interesting. That's what I was thinking about yesterday, was that around whether it could be the US testing itself, its own responses and stuff to this, because the videos I've seen, there's a video that come out, I think it was yesterday, from Lake and Heath.
With the helicopter chasing it about, yeah.
Yeah, they sort of went, it's like a sort of triangle shape and stuff. And the guy that's recording it was saying there's no sound coming from it. But then there's another guy that was in, because apparently there's quite a few people in the car parks like watching it and filming and stuff. And there's a guy who said that he was basically stood near the person who did that recording, who said he couldn't hear anything. But he said that the cars in the car park all had the engines running, because obviously it was cold to keep warm. So he wasn't able to hear any noises because it wasn't a quiet area. So him saying there was no noise coming from it, like, kind of has to be rejected because they couldn't tell there was noise coming from it. Which if it was drones or whatever, then obviously you'd hear the humming, depending on how close it was. Because still that far away, you don't hear it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not, depending on what type of drone it is, they're not always the loudest. Anyway, depending on which way the wind's travelling, all that sort of stuff anyway. The wind is travelling the other way, the noise is going to be taken with it.
Yeah.
So we've got regarding the drones and stuff, I think it is drones.
Also, wasn't there a Chinook involved as well? They're pretty noisy. Or would you hear anything over that? Is that the same one? Because I've been watching a sphere.
Sure.
There's a Chinook in the same frame, and the sphere moves off and round, and the Chinook goes after it. And it's not fake. It's actually like some guy in a car park basically filming this. So I thought you were talking about that. So this is another thing then that you're on about.
It was night time, and there was like 3 lights.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
And then they sort of fall like a triangle shape in the lights.
Yeah.
And then move across. I mean, yeah, whether it could be the US testing itself. It could be the movement of weapons and stuff that they're doing. It might be the easier way and more secretive way of moving any weapons or anything they need to move under the cover of darkness or whatever. And obviously not going to tell anyone what they're doing. So it's
those documents that I found, right, that were written in the 70s and early, like coming up to 1980. The stuff that they were doing and the things that they had then, and the things that they were talking about that they used in the Joint Attack Weapon System test, they were using like bolts of electricity to shoot people. They were testing all this mad electronic stuff, electromagnetic stuff. That was nearly 50 years ago now. Where are we now with it all? you know. And then you've got the Nimitz carrier group. It goes out testing its new radar. Oh, look, what a surprise! What's all this? And now, oh, we need weapons in space now. So, especially we've got that Operation Chameleon going on, and the joint attack weapons, not joint, the joint coalition thing where they want to kind of triangulate their forces, ground, you know, to air, ship, ground, Space Force. You know what I mean? So I don't trust any of it, and I don't, because it was all for people who were insane. You're insane if you see that. You've got something wrong with you. Laugh at them, ha 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 ha. Which still happens, but not as much. And now it's all very serious. And how is anyone taking Grush seriously? He's not seen any of that. How is he swearing under oath? He's seen nothing. And some of the stuff he's even said, we know he's been debunked, so we know where he's getting it from. He's getting it from us lot. The entire rhetoric from the community is being sold back to us, and everyone thinks it's new. Because it's mainstream, everyone thinks it's new. I see so many TikToks about people going on about the aliens in the ocean, you know, like nobody cares because we're all just so burnt out with everything. We don't even believe it anyway, you know, like what a time to be alive. But it's pretty interesting though, and I just can't imagine what it is that they're up to, where they need us all to believe that aliens are, you know, around now.
Do you think it's to do with defence budgets, all this kind of thing? Because people are generally against war, generally,
Yeah.
I would say. But the only thing that's going to bring everybody together on the same page about war is if we're being invaded, or like a false invasion, which I know there's been talk of before. So they could
Apparently
do a false
it's
flag
happening on
event.
Tuesday's Project Bluebeam. I've seen that today.
Tuesday?
Yeah, this Tuesday coming,
Okay.
3rd of December, yeah. Someone said on the TikTok today, and I was like, oh, okay. Plan.
Okay.
Letting us know in advance. I don't think that's the point, but all right. We got the old aliens in the ocean and Project Bluebeam mixed up, and I had to make a video saying, listen, like, the aliens will be going, what now? What we getting blamed for now? Because Bluebeam's the fake invasion, not the real invasion. You know, like, can't even get their story straight. But it's not going to help it's not going to help us, is it? Like, figure out what the hell's going on.
Correct. It's interesting times at the moment.
Yeah.
It is, like I say, the one way of getting defence budgets signed through a lot easier is by some existential threat that's not Ukraine involved, it's not Russia, it's because they, like when you look at the Tic Tac and they say that it's not adversarial technology, because if it was, they'd be using it now against us in Ukraine and everywhere, realistically. So it can't necessarily, well, it might be, but it can't necessarily be Chinese or Russian tech. Otherwise, why is this 2-year-old war, 3-year-old war in Ukraine when he could just end it just like that, really? And it just doesn't make sense.
I said in a video earlier, well, what, you know, all this stuff about the aliens are going to come and rescue people who believe and all that, and, you know, the fundamentalist rapture with a modern twist. And I was like, what are they waiting for? Are they just racist? And they don't care about all the brown people who've been having the every bit of land that they own smashed to shit by onslaught. But no, forget them. They don't matter. It's just when it affects people in Europe or Eurocentric looking people. Like, how bad does it have to be? It can't get much worse than like Hiroshima, you know. No. So I just.
It's interesting times at the moment across the whole subject matter, I think.
Yeah, I've been on my soapbox this week about it all a bit, but
it's all good because
I've been involved in ufology for ages. I had a big break. I had to like defrag myself after all that investigating thing that I did, you know, the fraud stuff. It's a bit much. And then I went off ufology itself because it's just regurgitating the same stuff. You know, at least you guys are looking for all the newer stuff and putting all that out there and like making it newer, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I about it all the time. It's so dull. How could you have something so exciting and go to a conference and like I was sitting there trying to stay awake because it's all so freaking beige. You know, it should be the most exciting, effervescent thing. Like I get all like, you know, lively when I start talking about it. But everyone else is not everyone else, but you know, a lot of people are just droning on and talking about the same stuff everyone talks about. It's so unnecessary and boring now. I've been in ufology for 20 years. It's boring. It's all right at first when you first get into it. It's like wild, but then when you're like, oh my god, I've heard it all before. Oh no, we've got this coming around again, have we? Oh, not this again. Oh, and again, and again, and again. You know, disclosure's just around the corner, and it has been for what, 50 years.
We were talking about the fact that not much gets released because it drip feeds everybody's careers on the social media path and that, and if they give too much away too quickly, it sort of stunts a bit of that. So it is disclosure, or the lack of full disclosure, the fact that people want to milk it as best they can. Well, because as soon as it all comes out, they sort of lose their unique selling point. Irrelevant
as well, then, won't they? What would you need a ufologist for if the government was saying, yeah, this is it, just listen to us? You won't need a ufologist, would you?
No,
the
exactly.
The human centipede would starve to death.
Exactly.
It ought to anyway. Well, I'm going to hop off. But,
thank you very much for coming on to join us, Sasha. Really appreciate that.
I just saw Ashes. I was like, ooh. Look over for a bit. Enjoy the rest of your show.
Cheers, Sash.
Thank you.
Can you boot me off because I don't know what the hell I'm doing?
Yeah, I can boot you. Don't worry. Bye.
Bye.
Let's just catch up with the chat. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Emergent Channel. Thanks for joining us. Everyone can hit the screen, get them likes in for us. That'd be great. And we're going to do a giveaway tonight as well.
A giveaway? Nice.
We'll do a giveaway, a couple of exclusive things as well.
Oh, okay.
What number should we put it on? We just get a certain number of likes and I'll do a giveaway.
What do you reckon? We're at 1.2 thousand.
I'm going to say like 20,000, 25,000.
25,000?
20,000.
We can definitely try for that.
20,000.
20,000.
We get 20,000 likes.
20,000 likes. And we'll do a giveaway.
We'll do a giveaway of some very exclusive stuff that's not available to buy. That's not very limited edition exclusive products that you cannot buy anywhere else. And we'll throw in a copy of.
Oh, I recognise that book.
The Paranormal United States. We'll throw in a copy of mine and Greg's book, which is quite a lot of pages. Took us a year to write. Yeah, and that's when we travel over America, visiting each state and looking at a story or legends of ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, monsters in that state. Kind of pick a lot of lesser known stuff. So it's not, some of them you will have heard of, but a lot of them probably won't have heard of before. So it's lots of good information. So we'll give away the book and some exclusive merchandise from the UFO Identified side that is very, very limited, exclusive, and will not be available. Good. Once these have gone, they've gone, basically. So I'll talk about that a bit more as we get closer to the giveaway. So if everyone can hit the hearts, that will help us get up to 20,000, and we'll do a giveaway for everybody in the chat.
Wow. Nice. And David Patton said he's got it. The book. Thank you, David. As I say, it took us a year to write, and it's based on all the journey of the episodes we did as well. So it's a great accompaniment. If you've listened to the podcast over the years, it's a great accompaniment to that as well. So,
Is it signed, Dave? I think I might have signed it. I'm not sure if Greg has. But you bring it with you on Tuesday.
I'll sign it
Either
for it on
both of us
Tuesday.
or Greg can add his signature to it as well. We did have some signed ones that I did. So, but we'll sign this as well. So it'll be a signed copy.
I'm trying to go for the chat, but it's difficult to multitask. So I'm trying to keep up with everybody.
We'll go for 2K pretty quickly, so that's not... that didn't take long.
Yeah. Bang it as much as you can, people. David, yeah, I'll sign that. Bring it over. Nick said, everything is regurgitated and repeated, almost like we're in a simulation that repeats itself. I think you're right. There's a lot of theory around it. Even mainstream scientists are talking about we're in some kind of simulation theory. So that is that's a good theory. Yeah. So, Ash, do you want to go back to our first episode?
Yes.
I was listening to it a little bit earlier. Oh, look at that chocolate bar. Yowie chocolate bar. Our first episode, we put it out after approximately 2 weeks of knowing each other.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how much of a challenge it was to record that. It was...
we didn't know what we were doing. We had no equipment.
We didn't know what we were doing. We had crappy little microphones that just plugged in. We were literally winging it, basically. And every time we looked at...
microphone of Amazon that like clipped on me thingy, like a little label mic thing, like a cheap one.
Yeah, it was. And every time we were looking at each other, we'd just burst into tears laughing. It took hours to record like the first 10 minutes. It was crazy. Then I was listening back and we sound so young.
I've not listened to it since we recorded it. I need to listen to it just to cringe at myself, I think. Cringe at us.
I was listening to it just before it came on. I was like, oh my God.
It's mad because we did it and we had no expectations, no idea what was going to happen.
No, we didn't.
If you had 5 people listen to it, that would have been like great. Like we didn't know we listened to it. We did it like kind of for us, just to kind of start doing something. And yeah, to think where we've come in 4 years, back from that very first episode, is just crazy.
Yeah, it's difficult to focus on it, like how far we've come. It really is, and just think, like you say, now we got to a point a year or so ago where we'd hit like over 100,000 people would listen to the podcast. We've been nominated for a podcast award through Paranormality magazine, which we were up against stiff opposition. We didn't even know we'd been nominated. We've had a 6-page spread in the magazine. We got book out. We've done a paranormal documentary with Danny Moss. We've been on loads of other people's podcasts as well, and it's just crazy how far things have gone.
It's not like I don't think they do it anymore, but the magazine used to do the monthly charts, and like top 10 paranormal podcasts, and like the first time we got into that top 10, it's like there's us, and then we were just each month we were like climbing up and up and up this podcast chart, and then we got, I think it was August 2023, we were number 1 in the top 10 podcast charts. It's like, wow, we got number 1. Let's screenshot the thing, and again some big names like Jim Howard and other things on there, and this was voted for by the readers of like the magazine and the listeners. So to have that many people voting for us against like Jim Howard and stuff like that was just insane. We were regularly in that top 3, like 32nd, and we got that first place that for a couple of months actually. But that was just that's amazing to kind of be up there. Dave, so you need to realise that as an outtakes. Oh my God, we have so many we have so many outtakes. It's crazy.
Yeah, I tell you, we have put some bloopers up before, incidentally, but we don't tend to get them so much anymore.
More streamlined nowadays.
Yeah, we are.
Much
We are more streamlined. It's yeah, we just sort of pretty much just get it done now. So the editing's a lot easier. Yeah, what we didn't realise back then was, I don't know, how much of an undertaking creating a podcast, releasing a podcast, and everything is.
Yeah,
it's a real challenge at times, but I absolutely love doing it. I absolutely love doing it, and the people that we speak to, like one of our recent episodes last week, where we released one with Olivia James, and I've had so many messages about that podcast episode, and we get certain episodes where we just have so much feedback on it that it's insane. I mean, the Stardust Ranch episode for me was one of the particular favourites of mine. We were after John Edmonds for such a long time to get him as a guest. It's just crazy, just crazy.
it is, and like it's kind of trying to keep it fresh as well. It's trying to get new guests, trying to get people that are telling the story for the first time that use us as their kind of platform. Trying to do different things, so it's not doing kind of the same thing all the time. We do like interview episodes where it's just us talking about a certain topic, or we do the mini series like we've done a few times throughout the years. The Paranormal United States series, the Haunted Folklore series, the Fallout 76 Monsters series, which is just been released as a Megasode. Listen to all 5 episodes in one go if you wish. I was doing things like that, but just try and keep it a little bit different to what other podcasts are doing. So it's not just interview style and that's it every week. It's kind of doing different things. And kind of announced this month, it's our birthday month, and we are doing a UFO month throughout December. So we have lots of UFO episodes, maybe a couple of bonus episodes in there. We've got some good interviews lined up that I've not even told Greg about yet.
No, I just get told, can you do this time on this day? And we go for it.
So big focus on UFOs. There's more things. It's hot topic at the minute. That's not the reason why. It's just obviously I'm the UFO guy. And we just sort of worked out with the interviews we've got lined up. Kind of a couple of UFO ones after each other. And I thought, let's do the whole month. Let's do a UFO month for our 4th anniversary. And we'll do a special. And well, thanks everyone for liking. Karen, Jamie, everyone that's liking. Cheers. Pushing them up to 8.
I don't know where Sarah's gone. She's very good normally at pushing all the likes out.
I've seen some gifts coming in before as well. Thanks everyone that sent any gifts. I just wanted to show this little piece of wood. So it might be back to front on here. I think it's mirror image. Yeah. But this says, Pursuit the Paranormal, 1,000 listens, 3rd of February 2021. So Greg sent me that when we got our 1,000th download, and that was in February 2021. So that took us 3 months to get the first 1,000 listens. So I say we never knew where this was going to take us, how many people, if anyone would listen to it, if many people would listen to it. And it took us 3 months and 2 days to get our first 1,000. And we were like, at the time, we were like, that's amazing. 1,000 people listen to our podcast. And now, if we get that in a couple of days, each week, it's just mental. So now we don't really keep track of it that much because it's just the numbers are phenomenal and more than we could ever have kind of expected to happen with the numbers. It's so crazy when you think about it. Like I say, hundreds of thousands of downloads over the 4 years, which is just, it does help you keep wanting to do it because you think, even if
people
there's still 10 people every episode, it's still be glad for that, but you think, is it worth it? But when we see that kind of numbers, it's just insane to even think about, really.
It is. And we've done over 300 episodes 307 episodes, I think we're at now, 308 episodes. And it's really hard to believe that we managed to. Most podcasts burn out after about 2 or 3 because people then realise that it's not quite as easy as just putting a microphone up and recording into a microphone. It isn't. Trying to get the guests is a nightmare of a task. It wasn't until our 3rd episode that we actually had our first guest. We didn't have any guests to begin with, and then we didn't have some guests until a couple of episodes afterwards. And then most of the time, we've had people contact us and say, "I'd like to come on as a guest. I've got this to talk about." So we're lucky enough that some people contact us. So it's been really good to be able to have conversations with people that you would never normally have a conversation with in your normal life. People across the world. We've spoken to people, a lot of people in America.
Which can be difficult in itself sometimes, trying to arrange the time zones and
it's
turning up interview too early or too late because we messed up time zones and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a challenge at times for definite. Trying to figure out what time zone in America, because there's multiple different time zones. It's even into Europe sometimes can be a bit of a nightmare. But
there's times when we've literally done an interview at 2 a.m, because that's what time they're available, which is probably 9 o'clock their time at night, but it's 2 o'clock our times. We've literally set alarms, woken up, done the interview for an hour, gone back to bed, just to kind of get these interviews done, especially when it's someone that's got to be a good guest. You just kind of get them in when you can and stuff like that. And even like going back to these first episodes again, like having never kind of interviewed someone in this format, it's like, what if we don't know what to say, or we don't know what questions to ask, what if we just go dead flat, what if there's all these silences because none of us know what to say, because we've never done this type of stuff before. But I don't think we really had a problem with that. I probably wouldn't want to go back and listen to the first couple of interviews.
I'll tell you what, listening to the first episode was a bit of an insane one. I know me and Sarah were listening to it earlier, and she was like, "Oh my God, we sound so different." And we definitely do. We definitely do. It's in fact, you actually sound less mank than you do now.
Because I moved to Manchester 3 years ago, so I think I'm adopting a Manc accent.
But no, it's been a phenomenal change. And for those of you who don't know, me and Ash had never met each other for about the first year of doing the podcast. We met on a poker group on Facebook, an admin page on a poker group on Facebook, not even anything relating to UFOs or anything at all. And Ash had been doing his website for UFO Identified, and had put a link up in the group, and then we sort of messaged, and it was like, I've always wanted to do a podcast, should we do a podcast? And 2 weeks later, now 4 years later, here we are still. So it's been a whirlwind. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
It's got so fast. I think 2 years ago we had our second birthday episode special with Ryan's brand.
Yes, I know. We had drinks and all sorts. We had alcohol that night. We had alcohol. And look.
That's that a Mackey's?
I've got a Mackey's Coke, yeah.
I was on the lemonade tonight.
How the times have changed.
Lemonade.
How the times have changed.
I was out last night, so...
Oh, yeah, you were. Oh, Karen put me and David met on Yahoo Games.
Oh, my God. Yahoo Games. We used to play that pool and stuff, all these different types of... What game are you playing, guys? That's mad. Yahoo Games, that's mad.
I don't even know what Yahoo Games.
I've seen that. That's crazy.
What's Yahoo Games?
It used to be it's kind of like chat rooms, but you'd play games. Like you'd go in there, play pool quite a lot, and just join a game and play a online pool game or Scrabble or different types of games. So that's like a chat room of games. It's kind of thing. That's mad. Pool, it's pool. That's mad. Do you remember who won? That must have been about 20 years ago. God. How long ago was that? Hello, Simon. Welcome back, welcome back. We've got 10k likes, so we are halfway there. Get to 20k.
Half
I
20k.
think we're too low.
And,
I'm getting how low, but we'll stick to 20k.
I thought you were quite optimistic with 20,000, to be fair. I thought you were. Simon Clark, back on. Welcome back, as I know Ash just said.
Are you coming Tuesday, Si? Oh, Dave, aren't you a sweetheart?
Just touch the screen, Simon. I think it gives you hearts that way, or bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah, just
Our
tap.
resident IT expert is sat behind me. And her message saying, haven't got a massage gun, or it'd already be 20k. Well, you can make of that what you will.
Cheers for the gift, Si. Thanks very much.
So yeah, we've got okay, yeah. So Sarah is our resident technical expert on TikTok and one of our moderators and currently #1 fan on Facebook. So along with Nick and everybody else. If you're on a laptop and if on a mobile, just hit the middle of the screen. So just to explain the massage gun comment that Sarah put up, wow, she's got a gun that vibrates, and you can put it on your finger on the screen, and it'll like the screen with like tens of thousands of like. So that's just to explain that. But that's a very good weapon to use on a live. So yeah, like I said, we're halfway through the likes. If we can get to 20,000 likes, we're going to be doing a giveaway. If anybody else wants to come on and have a chat like Sasha did, by all means, anything paranormal related, anything UAP related, anything cryptid, if you want to come and talk, Bigfoot, everything
Our
like
first
that.
episode was Yowie, so could be a throwback episode, talk about Bigfoot, Yowie.
Mm-hmm.
Yowie chocolate bar from Australia.
Karen's put, where have they disappeared to?
I can only see the comments I make.
Sarah?
Oh, cheers for the gift, Si.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. So if anybody is unsure, come to the UFO Identified meetup on Tuesday. I'm going to be there as well. So I'm making a road trip up specially via someone else specially, but I am going specially up to Manchester.
To see me, Greg.
Especially to see you, Ash.
Yeah.
I'm coming with a carload of girls as well. Let's have a look. So Sarah's just put, are you coming in on Ash's live or Pursuit live? If you're watching from Ash live, you won't see anybody else's comments as we're on the Pursuit live one.
I don't think I'm live. Okay. No, I'm not live.
You Ash Ellis one, you are, aren't you? Or you not?
No. I came off so I could join this one as a guest.
Oh. I need to come back on as co-host. We can split screen again.
So,
go off and come back on as... Yeah, right. Yeah.
Kick me off, I'll come on.
Right there. Bye. Right, so Ash is just... Oh, my lips look really red. So, David, you're on the Pursuit Live one. So you're seeing me now. Hopefully you should be able to see everybody else's comments. No? I'm tapping so I can see everybody. I mean, I'm the host, so I can see everybody else's comments. But wow, Sarah, I look up when I say Sarah because she's actually sat behind me, just for reference. So I'm just waiting for Ash to come back on. Let's see if he's on yet. Right, here we go. So Ash is going to come on now as a co-host. If anybody wants to come on, come on as a guest, and we
God,
will
my
get you
face
in.
so big on this.
Do I need to sit more forward?
I need to sit for that. But these already stretched so far. It's like
Yeah.
strangling my ears.
So, if anybody wants to come on and have a chat, by all means, come on and request to come on. I'd rather people request to come on than me just randomly select anybody who's watching right now, because that's how it was at school and it was never fun. Ash, Simon said, I was on LCR last Wednesday. I don't know what that is.
Liverpool, is it Liverpool Community Radio?
Oh, okay.
Two guys that come to the Liverpool meetings sometimes, and they came to see Simon's talk at St Helens. I've been on. Have I been on? I've been on that many shows.
We went on a radio. What radio did we go on?
We went on North Wales. North Wales Radio or something like that. Which I know Simon went down to the studio to record, to be interviewed. Two guys there, they're all right. I think Abby, I think Nat and Sash actually have been on.
Yeah.
Went down to a base in Liverpool. Yeah, I've not been on it, yes. But UFO Identified have, with Nat and Sash. Hello, Powerman. Welcome. Good to see you.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, Daryl. Yeah, we've independently though, I've only ever been on one other radio show, and that was non-podcast related. When I was part of the paranormal group in Whitney, and we went on to local radio to talk about Halloween and scary stories. So that was quite cool. But yeah, we've had loads of good chats on other podcasts and such like. What would you say has been one of your standout moments of the last 4 years?
God. I'm gonna have to think about it.
Wow.
I throw it back over to you.
Amusement channels, but Whitney not too far away from me. Okay, where's that then? Amusement channel? I am from Whitney, so be interesting. My stand-up moment for me, there's been many. Meeting you was obviously a stand-up moment in my life, Ash. Cheltenham Amusement Channel said, yeah, it's about 30 minutes away, so not far, just down the road. I think one of the ones for me was, I think doing the Delamere episode with a certain Mr. Moss. That was, oh, Nick. Can you see Nick's comment?
Yeah.
Stand-up moment for Nick was meeting both of us at Minicon. Aww. Likewise, Nick. That was my stand-up moment. I don't know if it... Can you do them? No. I don't know if it does. Yeah, that's for you, Nick. So, yeah. Did you hear Nick when he came on the podcast? When he came on a little bit earlier? Yeah. So, another standout moment was meeting the To Investigate girls, obviously. Particularly one of them, I suppose. I've got to say it because she's giving me daggers in the mirror. Obviously, yes, obviously Sarah. So standout moment for me, though, was the Delamere episode. I loved doing that with Danny. It was good to see stuff from the other side of what we normally do. Is our camera view is like we are now. And it was great to see how they incorporate drones, GoPros, all that kind of stuff in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night. That was cool. But one of the interviews that stands out for me was the John Edmonds episode. I absolutely loved that. We've been after him for months. I managed to track him down, and he literally gave us 2 or 3 hours to sort out how we were going to contact him via a mobile phone, and we're in the UK. We needed to record it, both of us be on the call. It was a mad dash on Skype. So if anybody listened to that, we were Skyping. It was all sorts of stuff was happening during that episode. Loads of weird stuff happened. It was insane, and that's one thing we need to touch on a bit later. Is all the weird stuff that's happened during episodes. I think that'd be good to have a chat. Question for us both: what do you know about the Manchester Airport UFO and the other activity this week? So, incidentally, just on that note, because we did cover it off a little bit earlier with Sasha, but Amusement Channel's put, I heard about orbs UAPs at Bryce Norton, but not seen any video updates. So, weirdly, Ash sent me a message the other day and said, there's something happening at Bryce Norton, and where I currently live, which is just outside Whitney, I can almost see the base from there, and I was going round to the base that, well, I was nearly on my way there at that moment anyway, but I couldn't see anything. I mean, I don't know where I'd be looking because it's a massive base, but where I went, I didn't see any activity. There has been an increase, weirdly, of police over the last week round Bryce, whether it's a dignitary coming round or whatever, but there was an increase in police activity. Other standout moment from Nick was when the cat appeared in the interview in both shots. Oh my God, I cannot tell you how scary that was.
That's so funny. That was Mike Cobble. Oh my God.
That was
so hilarious.
We've actually got it on our TikTok videos. You can go back and have a look at it. It's one of the clips. It was literally this cat just appeared, pitch black, in the pitch black. His eyes just appeared, and this cat appeared. You know, that was funny.
It's funny because he was talking about something quite creepy at the time about these murders or something that had gone on, and he's like, the whole room he was sat in was dark. He says he's just sat there, and these two eyes just appeared behind him. Doesn't we both like, what the fuck's that? And his cat just jumped on him. Oh my God.
That was insane. It was insane. We also had, like, when we were speaking to John Edmonds and he was telling us it killed 19 aliens with a samurai sword, and we're just, what you don't see is, because we had no access to cameras or anything like that, he couldn't see, and we're both just looking at each other like, what the fuck? Simon, see you Tuesday. Thanks for joining us.
See you Tuesday.
So Karen's put meeting us at Minicon the second year, just attending with David as he was more interested than I was. I enjoyed attending that we went the following year. That's cool. And then I've seen you a few times since, Karen. The last time, a couple of weekends ago, me and Sarah were at my haunted hotel having a roast dinner, and everybody else was there as well. So that was cool.
And yeah, Dave and Karen come to the Manchester meetings every so often, and they'll be there on Tuesday, so it'll be good to see them.
Yeah.
Again.
So
let's
if anybody,
the Manchester thing a little bit.
Yeah.
We speak about it earlier, but there's a few more people in here now that weren't on a bit earlier. So Simon asked, although Simon's just gone, and Amusement Channel says he's not convinced on the Manchester one because it goes from video to photo. Yeah, I mean, so we've got a date now. It's June the 9th, apparently. We had to work out from the planes that were on the runway and the weather and stuff. And yeah, like I say, we've got that video, which is, the video shows what looks like a balloon flying about in the wind. To me, that's my thoughts on it. Is it is a balloon of some sort? When you look at the zoomed in photo of the blue ball thing, you can kind of see. I put it up my Twitter page actually on the day it came out. You can even look what looks like the valve to actually to fill up the balloon. You can kind of see that on it as well. And like the story that comes with it is that it came down in 15 knot winds, but the weather conditions from that day it was like 4 or 5 knots. So it shot off at speed vertically, but there's no video of that. Obviously, the best bit, they never seem to get a video. And the account was posted by a guy that he just created that account and called it Captain Bigelow. Obviously, reference to Robert Bigelow. So I think does this guy already have an interest in it to kind of pull him. Obviously, aerospace name anyway, but he is highly involved in this sort of stuff, so to come out with that sort of name as well. All leads a lot of questionable stuff on it for me. I personally think it's likely to be some type of balloon than anything else. People keep liking it to these drones going around the military bases. I don't see any connection how like a drone is a drone or a light that I've been seeing with the bases. This is a beach ball. Effectively looks like a beach ball or something, or balloon that's was seeing it apparently in June and decided to put it out now. Interestingly enough,
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Just as all this stuff's happening, it's like, oh, it's a bit popular, let's stick this out. It's a weird one. I'm not convinced either. I think it's most likely to be a balloon and a bit of a conflated story, sadly. I'd love it.
Although
I live down the road from Manchester Airport, so I was like, when it first came out, I thought, oh my god, it's just now. I was like ready to go and like go to the airport, but it's like June. I was like, oh yeah, fuck that. It's pointless going now. It's not quite happening right now.
So somebody's put, Lou Beneath has put 100% UFO at Manchester Airport. Well,
maybe, could be Lisa, could be.
I mean, so that's the thing. That's the good thing about having a co-host and friend like Ash. I can send him news reports and he'll go either, oh, that's interesting, or he'll go, that's bullshit, or if it looks like this, that could be what it is. So, yeah, it's good to be able to bounce off. We actually done an episode where somebody in Whitney had put down some weird lights. So we found where their house was pointing on Google Maps, because I'm fully aware of where all the houses are in Whitney. And the flight path to Bryce Norton is goes right through Whitney at times. So we're able to sort of say with fair certainty that it was potentially an aeroplane. Obviously, until such time that you can confirm that, it's difficult. But that's what we've been able to do. And that's the good thing with Ash, is that we're able to have those conversations via Messenger, and I'll go, what do you think of this? And it'll be yes, no, or interesting, or this is what I found out about it, that kind of thing. So it's really good. But then one thing that you guys don't see is that we'll post up some, we posted up a photo of what appeared to be a light in the sky. Yes, there is a giveaway at 20,000 likes. Amy, thanks for joining us.
Come out so
you said too low.
We'll do. No, wait. One giveaway at 20k, two giveaway, another giveaway at 40k. So
there we go. How's about that?
40k is for the 4th anniversary. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's 20,000 now, Ash. So what were you saying just before that? So, right, let me just cover this bit off, because we're still... I haven't got my maths going and my finger's falling off. Good. Right, so 20,000 and 40,000. Ash has said 40,000. So, we'll do one in a minute, but I want to cover this bit off, because this is important. We had spoken to... We put up a photograph of a light in the sky, and we knew what it was because it was a long exposure photo of a light at night over London. It was like a 3-second long exposure. It's very easy to get that information from a photograph, especially if someone's taken on a mobile phone or any digital camera. There's something called EXIF, which is like the data behind the photograph. It tells you the aperture speed, the focal length, all that kind of time it's taken, where it's taken, if it's geolocation stuff. Anyway, so it's easy to tell whether or not it's a long exposure. And we put it up, and it's one of our most reached photographs. There's well over 100,000 people commenting, liking across all these different groups on Facebook. And we said we knew what it was. We knew it was a photograph of a plane with a 3 second, and it just elongated the photo. getting called all sorts of names. I took a photo because I live next to Bryce Norton, still kind of do, where I took a 15-second exposure on my digital camera of a plane going past on the flight path, and it looked like a railway line with loads of red lights going through. And I got called all sorts of names. I was a government shill. I was all sorts of things. A guy didn't even believe that I took the photo. I said, it's an airplane. He's like, no, it's not. I said, I took the photo of the plane myself. I know. So we do get a lot of people push back on stuff, even when we know what it is. So I don't know how we can win a lot of the time, but it's definitely right. Ash, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's time to do the first one.
Let's do the
First giveaway.
So I'm not planning how to even do this, but anyway, we'll do it.
What's the first giveaway?
So the first giveaway will be a copy of our book.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah.
Paranormal
Is it
United
signed?
States. We can sign it. Well, let me check the one. We do have some signed ones about. Let's see.
Absolutely, Lisa. It's okay to disagree on stuff. Absolutely. That's the whole point of conversations like this, is that we do pride ourselves that when we do episodes, we speak to people with differing opinions on stuff than ourselves. We've spoken to people where we've decided to put the episode out, but not straight away, because we've been sat on it for a while because we're not entirely sure. But yeah, we listen to our last episode with Grey Mouse, and you'll see that we discuss topics that potentially rational people don't think is normal. But who is it for us to say what's right and what's wrong? We can only go on the evidence that we've got on people. So we do like to listen to every side of every story, and everybody can make their own informed decision at that point. So it's not something that we necessarily, unless we know that like Ash said, if we know it's this, then we'll say it's this. But happy to have the discussion.
Like with the balloon, with the Manchester Airport, I think it's balloon. That's my opinion, based on the limited evidence that we have available for that one. One photo, one zoomed in, too far photo, one video, and some testimony that's now gone because the guy that posted it deleted his account. So based on that evidence, that's my opinion that's a balloon. Happy to be proven wrong. Very, very happy that I hope it is something different. I hope it is something a bit more not prosaic. I'd love that. This being so close to Manchester Airport myself. That's what we look for. We want these cases that we can't explain. So hopefully something more will come out of it. I'll leave that to other people to do that investigation into that one. I got asked. Don't know if anyone's seen my Twitter post from a bit earlier today. I got a message on Twitter. Basically someone saying, you call yourself a researcher. What was it? Why do you call yourself a researcher? Why are you not investigating these drones or something? It's like, what are you on about? Like, so I put a post out, kind of two replies. So like, one, what I investigate's fucking up to me anyway, and two, I think it's drones. I think it's either military drones or otherwise. So it's not a UFO. It's not UAP. So I'm not going to be investigating it because I don't think it's unexplained. But it's kind of unexplained, but it's not gonna. It's not, to me. It's not in the UFO spectrum. It's military drones or some other type of drones. Nothing to do with potentially being anomalous. So that's why I've not kind of, apart from having to read about it and stuff and talking about it on the podcast that's coming out Tuesday. Apart from that, but not doing any proper investigation into it because I don't think it's my area, if that makes sense. But for me to be questioned on Twitter by some random fucking knob, so, why aren't you doing this? It's like, even if thought it was aliens or something, or anomalous, maybe I didn't want to, maybe I've got other things I've got on, like, why are you questioning what I'm doing? Just go screw yourself. Anyway, this giveaway, so we are doing a giveaway. So first giveaway is going to be this book, our book. I will sign it. In fact, you can sign it on Tuesday, and I'll post it.
I'll sign it on Tuesday. Yeah.
Yes, that'll be signed by both of us. And this is the So the UFO Identified team recently went to Scotland and filmed our first feature-length documentary. And we have some merch. This is a fridge magnet of the official artwork. It's a bit blurry.
Yes,
of the project. And there's only 10 of these ever made. 8 of them went to people that backed us. Kind of like we did a bit of a crowdfunding thing to help with the doc. So 8 people got it through that. So there's 2 left. And there'd be no more made. So if this documentary goes global, becomes the most watched documentary ever in the history of documentaries, you'll have one of these of only 10 in existence. So it could be worth a lot of money. But yeah, it's probably worthless. But it could be, depending on how well the documentary gets received. So we have 8 exclusive, 1 of 10. That, and I'll throw in some other bits and bobs with UFO identified merch on it as well. So to enter the giveaway.
Anybody who's in the chat, be careful, because TikTok's telling us all off. Some comments in this live are filtered to protect the community experience. If anyone swearing, a mod will boot you.
I think it could be spam.
But yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait to see the documentary also.
So we'll do the giveaway.
It's going to be cool.
So
how are we doing it?
Everyone that wants to enter the giveaway, if you can type in the chat, tell us whether you think the Manchester UFO is a balloon or a UFO. Let's do it that way. So just put your opinion on the Manchester Airport UFO, and that will enter you into the draw. And what I'll do is on my phone, I'll do that roulette thing. I'll just put everyone's name in, and then I'll show it to the camera. So there's no dodgy business going on.
AD, yes, the one in Manchester, balloon or UAP, UFO, wherever you want to put. Cool.
Let me put people's names in as they come in. What's it called, that giveaway? Spinner, roulette name spinner.
I don't know.
You see how much we plan these things, don't we, Greg? There we go.
We actually had a kind of plan earlier. About 10 minutes before the episode, we pinged a few comments to each other about what we're going to do.
So we've got Amusement Channel, thinks it's a balloon. We've got Nick. Wait, no, I skipped a couple there. Lisa thinks it's a UFO. We've got Dave.
Paranormal TV podcast. When are we going to get you on for an interview and a chat? Prior to your podcast launching next year.
7BNT 5.
5.
Nick.
Well, that looks like an S. I'm not going to. Oh, it's a 5. Yeah.
It's a balloon.
It's a bit like a dead mouse thing. Nick going full dead mouse by having a 5 at the end.
Balloon. Paranormal TV thinks it's a balloon. So we'll give a couple more minutes for people just to get their answers in. So at 10 o'clock, we'll do the spin. I'll do the spin.
What's the time?
4 minutes for people to get in. 4 minutes to.
Okay, cool.
Make sure I've not missed anybody.
Paranormal TV. Well, get well soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been out of action for about a week with it.
Can I ask, Greg? You got a filter on?
Yeah. No? Have I?
No. You look quite feminine. I don't know why. You look like you've got like a...
My lips are quite red, aren't they?
You look like a bit more like younger.
I'll
Like
be
you got a
honest with
filter
you,
on or something.
No, I don't think so. Sarah, help me. No,
You're not younger for some reason.
Wow, that's rude as... Well, yeah.
That's a
So
good
I've got a
thing.
technical expert
Was
just
that not
joining
a-
me.
Was that not a compliment, Sarah?
Let it out. Oh, I've got nothing.
Careful down there.
Enhance me. But no, it's off, look. It's off. Oh, where? Enhance.
You must just naturally be that
Dashing.
feminine.
I literally got nothing. How? No, there's nothing, is there? No. No, I'm just looking great on a Sunday night. That's all I'm saying. AD says hello, Sarah.
So 2 more minutes. Amusement Channel's asked, seems to be a big influx for the CIA gateway tapes. Do you guys have any take on this subject?
I don't know what that is. On Google. Technical question. Why can David only see his own chat and not everybody else's? Tried to sort it out. Have you swiped left or right, David? I don't know if that's... Is that not a thing? I don't really know.
Oh, the Gateway Post. It's the Monroe Institute stuff. I never referred to as the Gateway tapes. I've heard of the Monroe Institute and around the remote viewing and stuff like that.
Okay.
CIA.
No.
I think it's.
I'd have to look into that a bit further.
That's what it seems to be, but it's not something we've really. In fact, last week's episode with Olivia James, we did actually cover some of the CIA experiments, mind experiments and stuff, and forced experiments, not voluntary ones. So yeah, listen to the last week's episode with Grey Mouse, Olivia James, on the podcast. We do talk quite a bit about this, and this. Well, it doesn't name the CIA, just 3 like agencies that have been doing like controlling these people and the experiments and the remote viewing or stuff like that. So we are 10 o'clock.
I've just checked myself in the mirror, Ash, which is right in front of me, and I look the same.
You look feminine.
I definitely haven't got a filter on, so I don't know what. I've pressed the enhance button. Well,
right, okie doke. So we'll do the giveaway.
Well, I can.
So if I show my screen, oh my god, it's not very clear, is it?
Sarah's actually just said that she can confirm that I'm handsome in real life.
This is a very professional way.
And Ash, what are you saying to that, man?
You what?
Just say yes.
Yeah. No. Right, so this is everyone's name on. You can't see that clear on there, but anyway, that's just trust me.
He said no comment. He didn't say no comment. He said yes. Can't see it, Ash. But we'll take your word for it. Just say yes. And everybody's all good.
One sec, let me turn this light down. It might be slightly reflecting on it.
I do look like I've got red lipstick on though, I'm not going to lie.
No.
Yeah, exactly. No comment is not a no. So that's a yes. And that, Your Honour.
Let me turn the screen down. It's a bit clearer. Right?
That's a bit better, yeah. Right.
Okay, so I'll spin it now. Let's see who our giveaway winner is.
Oh, look at this. This is exciting. It's in the blue. I can't even see who it is.
Oh. AD.
AD.
AD baby. It's back to front. But AD baby is the winner of the giveaway.
Woo-woo.
Well done, AD.
Check you out. Congratulations, AD.
That's a book and exclusive merch coming to you. I'll probably pass it to Sarah on Tuesday, maybe, to get to you. Whichever way is easier.
Are you still there, Ash? Oh, there you are. Oh. Well done, AD.
Nice one. So if we get to 40k, we'll do another giveaway. So if we don't,
keep
we don't.
Banging those fingers.
If we get
finger blast, everybody! Finger blast.
Well done, Ada. Cool. So
great job. We've gone live for 90 minutes. Great job.
Another question from Amusement Channel. Any view on Elon Musk and his links to dark?
Your mic's just gone off, Ash. There we go. Again, this I don't really follow a lot of the conspiracy stuff. So I don't know. If you want to come on and have a chat about it, Amusement Channel, feel free. Come on and talk to us about it. It's conspiracy side isn't something that we massively got into in the podcast. I haven't really followed that kind of stuff. I mean, I think he's definitely somebody who's pushing the envelope on a lot of stuff, but I don't know much about DARPA and whatnot. Can't hear you, Ash.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I mean, Elon Musk does seem to be kind of obviously getting his fingers on a lot of pies at the minute. He's obviously buddied up with Trump. He's got quite a lot of control on things, I think, at the minute. Twitter's just ridiculous now. Every single thing on there is just right wing. It's just crazy what he's done to Twitter. DARPA, for what I understand, is weapons and technologies and stuff. Like developmental weapons and things like that. So it wouldn't surprise me. I'd imagine kind of space weapons is kind of where we would go if we'd not already got a lot of stuff up there that we don't know about. And I think Elon Musk would be the guy that could help get that stuff into space. So it would make sense, I guess. But I don't know about any actual links or anything like that. Like I say, it's not something we really talk about.
No.
But...
And just to cover off, I put a post up on social media earlier that doing the podcast and doing on social media and doing everything else that comes with it, and Ash does UFO Identified as well, it is very labour intensive and it's very difficult for us to kind of keep abreast of a lot of the stuff that's not necessarily in our sort of remit, as it were. But we do... that's why we have loads of people come on and talk about these sorts of things, so we can ask the questions that maybe we would sort of talk about whilst not really knowing about the subject. No, it's no problem. Amusement Channel, but it's something. If we should look into it, we'll have a look into it. It's just difficult with a lot of time. Is trying to make sure that we focus where we need to. I come across news stories a lot of the time about things, and go into it from there. And it's very easy to go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theory, for definite. Especially like climatic, weather, weapons. Nick's put in the book of Revelation in the Bible, it talks about Armageddon, the devil will appear. Who is the devil, Nick? Who are we talking about?
Is it Elon?
Is it Elon?
Or the ginger one?
Putin. And gave a right-hand man Trump and Musk. Yeah. What does everybody think to Trump being the one to be the disclosure president? Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But yeah, it's who knows? I mean, have we already had disclosure of some kind? I don't know. But so, do you reckon we're going to get to 40,000 likes, Ash?
Might be a tough challenge unless
I'm tapping the screen. I'm tapping the screen as we speak. Literally tapping the screen as we speak. I'm going to try and get us to 40,000, even if Sarah's not bothering anymore. Oh no, she's... Wow. I've never seen someone's finger go so fast.
Oh no.
It's a comedy show, all you need is Bojo. Yeah, maybe.
God. Yeah, it wasn't a good combination last time, was it?
No, it wasn't. Right, can't see Trump being told anything to disclose. He said he wants to, but they all say they want to, but it's difficult to unlock those doors once you're in power. Oh, my finger hurts. I've got another 154 likes on there. Oh, can hear you clicking.
That's what I was doing it for. I think it's clicking still because I'm on a computer, not on my phone. You asked me about standout moments.
Yes, go on.
So obviously there's many. There's probably one that I completely forgot about. The cat appearing behind Mike.
Yeah, the cat.
Favourite moments. I would say whenever we get invited on somebody else's podcast, that always feels like quite good because like, obviously you think we've got something to talk about. They want us to go on as a guest. I think we've got information, whether it's UFO stuff or through the podcast. Being invited on some big name podcasts is always like makes you feel like you're actually doing something good. You think if they like this enough to want us to go into theirs, then we must be doing something right. In that case, but I guess podcast wise, being nominated for the award and watching that awards evening, didn't win, just to be nominated, was great. Being topping the charts, the top 10 podcast for that month, beating out some big name beating big name podcasts. I don't know, doing it. I think just doing it, putting it out there, speaking to other people that speak to other people, that the interviews we have, the information we've found, things I've learned over the past 4 years. Some of the topics that we've talked about that I never in a million years thought I'd have ever been talking about or even know about, but we talk about it quite a lot. So I guess for me, just doing the podcast.
One thing people don't realise is that when we get people coming and asking us about coming on to have a chat, sometimes they come in waves of like unrelated, like they don't know each other. We had one about past life and see you later, Luby Lisa. People coming on,
see you later,
asking us stuff, but to join the podcast, and like there'd be 3 or 4 with the same topic in the same couple of weeks that are there's no relation to any of them. They don't know each other, and it was like the past life and ones that they came in and we'd done like 3 or 4 episodes on the trot about past life. That was very strange. Well, going back to that award ceremony, one thing that people don't realise is that we had to do an acceptance speech in advance. Do you remember?
Yeah.
We had to record an acceptance video of us winning the award that we had to send to them so that if we did win, they had a video of us. Obviously, we didn't win, and that was quite awkward. And having to sort of do the episode, like do the little video, thanking people for winning the award. It's fucking weird. I felt like a right celebrity. Oh dear.
It's mad. I do sometimes get like a bit of like, I guess, imposter syndrome, because even just this week, I've had 2 people reaching out. One from Channel 4, and this another one is a production company in Yorkshire that come to me to either feature on or consult on the programme they're making or the documentary that they're filming. It's just like, this is something that happens on a weekly basis, like not every week, but at least a few times a month. I'm getting media requests, TV interview requests, newspaper interview requests. It's just mad. It's like, is it that good? Like, do people really want to see it? It's mad. And like with UFO Identified, with the website, when you look at the visitors, it's like tens of thousands of people visiting the website every month, and it's like, where are these people coming from? Like, we don't market the website or anything. I think our marketing is probably not where we're not very good at the marketing side of things. It's something we've never really done or known really how to do. But when we see that many people, got tens of thousands of people coming to the website each month and thousands of people downloading, listening to our podcast episode, it's just like, it's just blowing.
It's insane.
It's that this happens. It's crazy.
David's put it does sound like fun. There are a lot of fun moments, David. There really are. We finished an episode recording, and the person that we spoke to has invited us on to be interviewed on an episode of their show in January, following the launch of some TV program that may or may not be a secret. I don't know if it is. That it's all over social media at the moment. That's kind of being released. The information on the 14th of December. Because we've had experience. Yeah, no, I was trying to explain cryptically there. We've definitely done a lot of things that we wouldn't have done had we not done the podcast, potentially. Speaking to met a lot of people. Yeah, met a lot of people who are into the same subject. I've now met somebody in my life who's massively into the paranormal as well, so that all helps, and that's a fun ride, sort of going on that paranormal journey with her as well, and seeing the stuff that her and her guys are doing and her team. Yeah, Sarah's part. I wonder who that is, Greg. You tell me, Sarah, as I look at you in the mirror. But it's definitely allowed us to do stuff that we love doing. And like you say, I had this particular view at the start of the 4 years so far. When we first released that first episode, my thoughts were, this is what the paranormal is. Then it sort of moved over the last 4 years as to a whole range of stuff that the paranormal is, and the fact that all these different things are linked. There seems to be a lot of synchronicity across subjects. There's a lot of things that interact with each other across different subjects, and you only have to look at, say, for example, Lou Elizondo's book, and he talks about seeing orbs in his house. Skinwalker Ranch had orbs, Paranormal Cryptid, Hitchhiker Effect. There was loads of friends of family members having experiences with shadow people in their houses. It's all insane, really. It really is.
It is. We've had paranormal things happen whilst recording. I got a few clips saved on the computer of when we had weird noises, we had voices come through. Mm-hmm. Shadow, just a few weeks ago, shadow person, behind you, which is still doesn't make sense. There's quite a few things that happened where it's like, that was weird. That's no way. It's like, it wasn't like a technical glitch. It's just like, I don't know, but it's weird. And that happens when we do meetings with the girls, when we do online video chats with the UFO stuff. I've got like a sentence, like a foreign sentence, recorded that's none of us three, but they're speaking on our video call. Like weird, but it's like a foreign sentence that we managed to get out and slow down. It's just these weird things happen whilst we're recording. So sometimes when we talk about certain stuff, it goes off. And in fact, I was editing this week's episode before, coming out Tuesday, very, very good episode, all about the recent congressional hearing stuff and the kind of catch up on the development of all that's been happening in the USA from the release of Lou Elizondo's book we just mentioned up to basically to today. So that's a good catch up. It's like an hour and 45 minutes episode. And we go quite in depth on what's been happening the last few months over in the USA. So just make sure you check that out. And so when I was editing that, there's a point in the recording, it's just audio files, where the guest, Dave, is talking about the like Secret Service, like we talk about, but not Secret Service, but the sort of agencies gatekeeping and not letting things be told. Mm-hmm. And twice at that point, not the exact same point, one was just as he was saying it, and then when I went in it again, I had to restart the computer. Not the computer, I had to restart close down, reopen the editing software, put it on again. Just before it got to that point, but we're starting to mention government agencies gatekeeping and stuff, it all started fucking up again, but just on this editing software at this point of the audio. It's like, it's just very coincidental that I talked about the people getting shut down and not being able to say what they want to say. And it tries, it's at this point where it was like, no, you're not editing this bit. Like, you're not saying this. It was just a weird. Third time it worked, but the first two times it wouldn't let me edit that part of the the episode, oddly. Just coincidental, it's just weird.
On that note, I put out a TikTok on the Pursuit account, and it was for a Grey Mouse episode. And in the hashtags, I put NSA, FBI, government, and it performed. Like, a lot of the videos are getting like 700, 800 views. This got 200. It's like it's throttled. And I couldn't even go back in to remove the hashtags, just in case it was some weird NSA, FBI type thing. They were sort of throttling any hashtags that said that. I don't know. And it's weird, and you say that, and going back to conspiracy theories, Joe Rogan interviewed Donald Trump, and it went up on YouTube, right? They were getting 1.3 million views an hour after it launched, yet it was not in any trending YouTube searches at all. And like, how can like the fastest viewed video on the platform, well, certainly that day, that week, as two of the biggest probably names, podcast name and presidential name in the world at that moment, and it doesn't even trend on any of the algorithms. So it just shows you things can be throttled where need be. So, yeah.
Strange. One thing we've not mentioned is, well, we have mentioned a book.
Oh.
And that is available to buy in our TikTok shop for just $1.99 for the ebook version. You pay for it, it gets sent to your email straight away, I believe. Like, it's an automatic process. And it's on Amazon for £10 with free delivery. So that could be on offer at that price.
And that's the physical book.
And that's the physical book. Quite fair. And that's for the whole December. We're going to have that on offer at just £10.
You can also, if you've got Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free on Kindle Unlimited. You can also go via the links on Facebook. There's a Shopify link. It's a very strange looking link, but it's actually a genuine link. It'll take you straight to it. You pay the $1.99 and you get an email link that allows you to download it. So that's cool. So it's easy enough to do. I've had a test subject try it out for me, and she confirms it all works fine. So yeah, all good. We're expanding the merch shop again. Got a few new designs going to be going up in 2025. We just had to redesign the website, so we're working on that in amongst everything else at the moment. So. And it's a challenge for anybody that designs websites. It's a challenge, just trying to get it all done. Sarah, thank you for the lightning bolts, as always. Karen, thank you for the candy cane. I don't know what any of that really means, but thank you very much.
We've seen people that do some weird TikTok live people, and like there's a guy.
There's quite a few of them.
He just sits there like not moving. And people send him a gift, and he does like an action for that gift. That's all he does. He just goes like lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Oh, that's NPCs.
Lightning bolt,
NPCs.
And so I'm watching this like, what's happening?
It's insane. A lot of people playing as non-playable characters. It's like, what a world we live in. What a world we live in.
So being sent all these gifts, he's just like doing all these actions and like it's like constantly. It's like,
you ever seen mukbang videos on TikTok? Mukbang. Google mukbang. Mukbang. It's a genuine thing. It's like people eat. David, what was you just kicked for being cheeky?
It's the FBI.
Didn't kick anyone.
CIA.
I didn't kick anybody. Has our mod been kicking anybody off? No. She says no. Oh, she's doing it now, so no. It wasn't any of us, David. But TikTok did put a message up saying if anybody was being a bit fruity, then with their language, then fruity with their language, yeah. You can't come on here and say shit and fuck and stuff like that and not expect some kind of ban.
Do you like my sexy alien?
Yes. Yes, I do. Oh, David's blaming Sky. Possible me. What's going on? I don't think we're going to get to 40,000. Nick's kicking people. So what about 30,000? Then what we'll do is we'll get to 30,000, and then we'll 2 hours in, and maybe we'll do the giveaway, and then call it a day, call it an evening.
Yeah. So
Well,
let's get. Yeah, let's get to 30,000 in the next 7 minutes. And
Yeah.
do the giveaway.
Yeah, definitely. So has anybody got any questions about the podcast? Any questions that you might want to know, that like behind the scenes stuff or anything like that? Could be an interesting one, because we're very open with the way we do stuff, and we will answer any questions. We've got no problem. We've got loads of outtakes somewhere. We've got not so many nowadays, though. Not so many nowadays.
No. We do get a lot of. I don't want to be rude by saying this, but a lot of.
Oh, Nick. Yes, sorry. I meant to come back to that comment. Next time I'm up in Chester, I will call you. I will message you and tell you. I don't know where anywhere is up north. Anything further north than Birmingham, I haven't got a clue. And I don't really even know that far either, to be fair. Oh, not Sky. It's probably the finger blast with the hearts. Karen's finger blasting with the hearts. Wow. Go, Karen. Nick, I definitely will next time, mate. I definitely will.
Next time we go, let me know and I'll come down. It's not too far for me.
Yeah, there we go. We'll have a little meet up in Chester. I'm starting to learn where you're always busy already. Look at that. Is there much of a living to be made from podcasting? Not that I've seen. So if you think, so we have to pay for the website. We have to pay for
The hosting.
all the hosting of the website, the podcast stuff, all the software that goes into recording. I mean, you can do it for free in some places, but it's difficult to say. We both got full-time jobs, so I don't know if that tells you much. But yeah, you have to be top tier to start earning a living out of podcasts. It's a love thing for us.
I mean, there's what we've kind of stayed away from so far is putting ads in, stuff like that. Because with the numbers we get, we when you base it on kind of like an average for how many downloads, how much you make, kind of per episode for downloads and for ads and stuff. And we could be making money from sticking ads in, but as of now, we've not kind of gone down that route. Just because we don't want to be littering episodes with ads. If it's something we do going forward, because every single podcast I listen to has ads. I think it's just part of it now. It's like YouTube; you just expect the ads to be there, so kind of just people expect the ads. So are we kind of doing a disservice by not doing part of that? You think we when you look at the figure? I mean, I won't go into kind of details of figures that I've found out what we could be earning, but sometimes think, are we stupid not to be doing it? So whether it's something we look at in the future, possibly. You've got things like the book, but with Amazon it takes that much of a cut with the book. They take much more. Amazon makes much more per copy than authors do on Amazon for books. Let's just say that. I do the merch and stuff, but all the stuff we do sell mainly goes towards the running costs.
Yeah.
It's, nothing much. With my UFO identifier stuff, we make more money doing UFO identifier stuff. But again, every penny of that goes into our events. We do 3 events a month across the Northwest. We put on talks. We do sky watches. We go out and investigate sightings, so we're always travelling. Going to petrol, meeting witnesses. Again, the website, that's due up in January. So it's gone up again. We're not renews in January. So I'm like, fuck's sake. So we do make money. We do get income, like kind of, but that income is like all accounted for. It's not like we can pay ourselves a wage at this point. You do have to be doing a lot, like a hell of a lot, really, to people do. You see people that there's one guy that said he's quit his job. He's now doing it full time, doing his YouTube channel. He's now doing his YouTube channel full time. So I had a look at his YouTube. He's a guy that I know. I was like, I don't understand how. Like, he's got like 5,000 subscribers, and each video gets about 1,000 to 2,000 views. I'm just like, how is that making an income? Because I know that, especially with YouTube, you need to be getting millions, basically. Hundreds of thousands at the very least to get anything noticeable on like, individual videos. I was like, how you quit your job to do your YouTube when you're getting 1,000 views an episode, like a week, basically? It's like something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Have they got money coming from elsewhere or what? We just see. I think a lot of people exaggerate kind of the incomes from this stuff.
Oh, there's plenty of that. We've I've tried to call people out. That's a bad habit of mine. But there was somebody who'd got claimed to have got 1 million downloads on their podcast, which is a phenomenal feat. And she wasn't in any of the podcast charts around the globe. It was all a bit suspect, and she got called out a lot. But then there is money to be made. But there's a very big podcast in the US, and one of the two guys, they're in like the top 1% of the podcasts in the world, less than 1%, and he's still got a full-time job. So I don't know. It's there to be made, I think. But in terms of us, no, not as making a living, but not yet anyway. Thanks for the question.
I mean, you
that
can
was a long-winded answer.
Long-winded answer to saying no, but like you can kind of sell your soul a little bit if you want to. I mean, I talked about this before. UFO Identified, we've turned down so many opportunities just because it didn't sit right with us. We turned down opportunities to literally be put in front of millions of people, getting our brand in front of millions of people that could lead to obviously that exposure and potential increased income, stuff like that. But because I don't agree with that certain platform or that media organisation or whatever, we've turned it down. Probably to our detriment, definitely. One example is I was asked to go on this morning with what was Holly and Phil at the time and talk about UFO sightings. Because I didn't like the way they were putting it across, I turned them down. And we asked to go on Jeremy Kyle. Jeremy Kyle was doing a show called the K-Files or something. He wanted me to go on there, and I was like, no, because it sounds like, it doesn't sound serious. It doesn't, like, you see a lot of these articles and programs where they haven't taken the piss and they don't want it seriously and stuff like that. Like red top newspapers. I don't know what the hell that was. We turned down so many media appearances. Russia's biggest media state-owned company wanted to do a feature on us. We were like, it's Russia, no thanks. Like, we don't mind the Russians want us. So things like that, where had we gone on all these programs and got in front of millions of people and got our brand really out there, then we could have sort of gone to that next level of exposure, national awareness and stuff like that. But because we don't agree with what their values are, then we turn a lot of stuff down. Like I was saying before, we get weekly media invites and stuff, and we turn half of them down because if it's a red top newspaper, I'll turn it down. If it's a Daily Mail, I'll turn it down. If it's things like that, if I don't agree with kind of that newspaper or their programming, then we just won't do it. Whereas, like, very, very long-winded answer is, I could probably be making, or UFO Identified as an organisation could probably be making a lot more money than it is, but we kind of stick with our morals, and we don't have any ads on anything, which we could be making money on, but we don't, because we just want to give the best service or the best kind of information, the easiest way to the people that want to find that information. Everything's out there for free, whereas other websites and organisations are behind paywalls. And if we don't do any of that, it's all out there for everyone to tag everything information. So we do it. We don't do it. We never got it in for money. We never did. So it is for the love of it. And at our personal costs. Like there's 4 of us at UFO identified, and we all end up being like out of money at the end of each year because we put our money into it to help run and fund it. So anything we do get back from people buying tickets to events or my book or anything like that, all goes just to offsetting that the outgoings really. So a very long-winded way of saying no. But there are opportunities if you want to sell your soul to media.
So Amusement Channel asked, did we need a publisher to release our book? No, we self-published it through Amazon.
Amazon, yeah, KDP.
Yeah. So, we not only did we write it, we done all the artwork together, that we also self-published it. Ash, UFO, UK UFO Sightings 2020-2022, the reports. That was also another one self-published. I've got a book that I'm writing at the moment that'll be out next year that we'll be publishing as well, self-publishing. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But answer, no, you don't need a publisher. You can do it yourself. And you think by doing it yourself, you learn more about the processes, and I think we've learned a lot about the website, social media, and all that stuff over the years. So, and look at that, 10:30 and 30,000 likes. You know what that means, Ash? Our last giveaway before we wrap up for the evening.
I gotta find something to give away. How about?
I'll tell you what we will do as well. Whoever wins, I will do a one-off design for a podcast T-shirt that won't be available anywhere else. I haven't designed it yet, but you'll be the only one in the world to have the design. How's that?
Sounds perfect.
I've got plenty of artwork ready to go. Amusement Channel, yeah, absolutely. It's not being nosy. We're happy to answer all questions. So, shall we do the giveaway? What we're going to do? All you need to do maybe is put a number between 1 and 10 in the comments, and if you put a number down, you get entered, like we did before.
Yeah. Let's do that. So get your
Sarah, if you could have a go, that'd be good. Who win me my T-shirt again? There we go. Wow. 667 Amusement Channel. Shall I read out the names for you? Actually, write them down.
You what? No, I'll put them in me.
Okay, you got. I can't even comment myself.
Let's have a look. So Amusement.
And it's been really nice for everybody to join us tonight as well for the last couple of hours. We're going to be doing the lives every week. Oh, it doesn't matter what number you give. It doesn't matter what number you give, as long as you give a number. I was just trying to think of ways that we could record that. So Amusement Channel, 6 is all good. Multiple people with 6, that's all good. I haven't seen a number. Oh, yeah, there's a number from you, Nick. Sarah, yeah, there's a number from you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, we've got the same favourite number.
Give it another minute for anyone else to get in. If not, we'll go with that. Yeah, no, thanks everyone. We are kicking off this month. We'll have lots of episodes coming up, which is good. Definitely.
Oh, and also, whilst we've been on the live, we've hit 1,800 followers. We've had an extra few followers that have just pushed us to 1,800. So thank you, everybody. It's new people that have followed us.
Nice one. We still kind of new to TikTok, but we're going to be on there weekly, like you're saying, just chatting about different paranormal topics. This month, like I said, going to be UFO month on the podcast. Could be really interesting UFO-based episodes coming up. So make sure you check out the podcast. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find your podcasts. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Are we on Blue Sky now?
I don't even know what that is, but can be if we need to be.
We'll get Blue Sky.
Okay, I'll have a look at that after this then.
Just then come off X. It's ridiculous now. I literally don't go in anymore. It's fucking stupid. So much so I've got everybody in. Wait, I've missed someone here.
Big shout to all the people on TikTok and all the other groups, people that follow us. We've got some really loyal fans that listen to us. I'm not entirely sure what that means, King, but thank you for your comment. Karen, David.
Chun.
Oh, Chun. Yes.
Hong Kong UFOs.
Yes, I know now. Hi. As soon as you said that, yes. Yeah. You're welcome.
I've seen you for a while, Chun. Thanks for joining. You get a number, type a number in the chat, we'll get you in the giveaway.
Sasha, I see you just joined. Put a number in the chat and you can enter the giveaway. We already had one winner tonight. So yeah, big thanks to all the other teams doing their thing. Lots of other paranormal podcasts out there that we've spoken to. People like Craig Bryant who've had us on. He's had us on with Paranormal Pendle. To Investigate Girls, it would be rude of me not to mention them. They're doing big things in the paranormal community at the moment. To Investigate UK, that is. Sarah, join us and liking the live. Thank you.
So, last chance to get any numbers in. When it gets to 40 on my computer, I'll do the draw. So, just type a number in the chat, get into the giveaway. And then I'll do the spinny spin. Let's turn this light off so you can see it. King is in. Our last meeting of the year on Tuesday, King, if you're free at all. Greg will be there. I think it'll be a decent crowd this month.
Yeah.
Should be good. Should be a good night. Right, there we go. That's everybody in. Let's do the giveaway. So let's get the... Oh, let's turn it down a bit, don't I? How did I do it last time?
Wow.
Is that dark? How has it gone that dark? Right, I think
that's better.
There we go. Right, let's do the spin. You will be back to front again. The last one was.
That's all right.
Oh, can you read that? It's a bit...
No, I can't. You're going to push it up a bit.
It's Dave.
Ah, nice. I won't be able to get the T-shirt for Tuesday, Dave, but I will work on it for Tuesday. I'll even show you the design and I'll get your address and I'll send it to you.
Nice one, Dave. Congrats winning a T-shirt. Exclusive. T-shirt.
Exclusive. Yeah.
For Dave.
Oh, you're welcome. Nice. I'll sort out and get your details on Tuesday, Dave, and then I'll be able to send it to you. Cool. Nice, all right, that's a good opportunity for us to say goodnight. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us and joining us over the last 4 years. This is not an ending. This is us now going to 2025 with bigger guests. We've got some big names coming on.
Famous people coming on.
Dave, it can be a large one. We do XXL, XL, whatever you want. I'll chat to you on Tuesday about it. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for the happy birthday, happy anniversary. Yeah, we've got big names coming up next year, so looking forward to that as well. So, yeah, cool. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Nice.
Cheers, Nick, as always.
Engaging. It's been awesome chatting to everyone.
Yeah, it has been.
Whoever's there on Tuesday, we'll see you there on Tuesday.
Yeah, see you Tuesday. See you next Tuesday, everyone. Peace out.
Greg, you're a cunt.
Wow. We're going to get booted for that, you know.
You won't.
Happy 4th anniversary, you bard. Right. I'll see you on Tuesday.
See you later. See you
later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Pursuit of the Paranormal with title music created by Steve Yarwood and Ambi Infinity. If you like the show, please follow us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X, and Instagram. And if you really like the show, please rate and review the show wherever you are listening. It really does help. See you next time, and until then, stay weird.